How's it going, guys? Tech here, and iOS 18 is here, and the other new softwares have finally been announced. And I have various things to tell you about iOS 18. Should you upgrade or not? Is it that good or good enough to get it so early as it's in the beta stage? So in this video, I'll answer all of these questions, and I think I'll make a separate video for iPadOS 18. So stay tuned for that one because it has its own features to talk about. Let's start with the size. So it was about almost 7 gigs for my iPhone 15 Pro. So starting with customizations, now there are even more ways to customize your iPhone on lock screen and to app icons on home screen and control center. So ever since iPhone 10 in 2017, we had these on-off toggles on the lock screen dedicated for flashlights and camera, but now after 8 years we can finally change them and customize it to whatever we want to launch instantly. By tap and hold, go to the customize and simply tap on them and select whichever you would like to access quickly. So when you go to the home screen, you can simply go into edit mode and you will see a new option called customize. So once you tap that, you can now put stock app icons to dark mode into a dark interface, or just use light mode even when dark mode is on system wide, or simply use automatic so that when you turn dark mode on or off, apps will also turn, or else you can simply tint the apps into any color matching the home screen wallpaper. You could also now place apps anywhere on the home screen. Yes, that's more like Android. So yep, almost after 18 years of iPhone's existence, now we are getting this feature. Well, yeah. So I don't understand, what took you so long, Apple? Anyway, well, that's not all. If you remember, we had these multiple pages in the iOS 10's control center. That's right. Now we have that in iOS 18. So you can have different pages for utilities, music, and HomeKit accessories, which you can also resize the way you want, and it's easy to swipe through the pages. Just swipe down once and continue swiping so you don't have to wait on a page before going to the page you wanted to use in the control center. I personally liked iOS 10's control center. I am glad this thing is back in a form factor, in the newest form factor that cooperates with the iOS 18's and iPhone 10's control center thing. Though it's not squared anymore, it has now rounded off edges, but it's completely circular now. I wonder if it's gonna match Vision OS or if it's just a thing. So next we got some things with privacy. You can add Face ID lock to any application to lock it or simply hide them. To do this, just press and hold, then tap require Face ID. Then either you can choose to just lock the app or hide and lock it. So if you hide it, and it will be hidden, so you won't be receiving any notifications, not even calls. So if you search it in the app library, it won't be there. So here at the bottom, we have a new app library called Hidden, where all the hidden apps go. So to open, all you need to do is the authentication with Touch ID or Face ID, and it will be visible again. Well, it is certainly useful to have, but then again, it's not something that we haven't seen before, but it's finally here. It's good to have options. So we have got some more features in iMessage. So now you can send messages later. You can simply schedule a text to send it 19 hours from now or something like that. So, but this works with iMessage only, not with the text SMS. And if you remember, we have got those text animations and expressions in iOS 10 back in 2016. Now we have some more of them. Simply type a text and tap this small icon on the right. So you can select the type of animated effect so that you can express yourself through text. And with tap back, now we can use any emoji or even self-made stickers. Previously, we only had a few of them to tap back and a tap back option. And now satellite connections also support messages, not just iMessage, but also SMS, but you need an iPhone 14 or later to use it. And to be in the US or a specific country where it is available, in India it is not yet available. So in the Photos app, there is a huge redesign. This is a whole new interface, and there are a lot of convenient ways to browse through photos, like recently viewed, yesterday, trips, people and pets. So from here, if you swipe right, you can see some of your photos in a new beautiful poster-like view and it displays new sets of photos every day. And if you swipe down, you have your media types and utilities both in a newly organized way, and now it also shows suggestions for wallpapers. So in Safari, you can now view in a summarized way about directions, quick links about people, music, movies, and TV shows. And with a new, smarter, redesigned reader, you can view the content on a site with better summary and get an idea about what's there on the site without having to read it the entire thing. Well, there are some changes and enhancements like newly added passwords app, replacing the existing passwords in settings. So you can view your saved passwords, passkeys, codes, Wi-Fi passwords, and family passwords. Then we have got game mode for iPhones in iOS 18 that minimizes the background activities to sustain frame rates and longer duration for gameplays, just like the last year's macOS Sonoma and iPadOS 17. We also got new features in maps like creating your own routes for a hike or showing detailed topographical maps for the trail network and hikes, but it's only limited to 63 US National Park for now, and you can also download this trail and add notes regarding to it. And just like in iOS 17, we got name drop and new airdrop. In iOS 18, we have tap to cash. You can pay someone privately just the same way name drop works. Then again, this is not in India either. Airports have new capabilities like nod yes or no to respond to Siri when in situation you cannot speak. And voice acceleration is also added to the AirPods Pro with personalized special audio for gaming, but this works only for the second generation AirPods Pros. Journal app has also got new features like searching and a new widget to write prompts, and it also shows day streaks. So there are still more features left like in notes, but I believe that I should give this detailed analysis of the notes features in the iPadOS 18 videos, because the same thing applies to the iPhone's iOS 18 also, like the math notes in the notes. So I think I will explore this in a detailed way in the iPadOS 18 video, so stay tuned for that. So we did got new few things that was never possible before on iOS, but it wasn't something that we haven't seen before. And many features were simply carried over to iOS 18 which were already there in previous versions of iOS. It literally sounds like the Apple way. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. But they definitely used this, took it to next level, and enhanced the capabilities of existing features. Now that's a positive thing to look forward to. Well, there are a few things we haven't got yet, like the Apple Intelligence has its own many features like new better Siri, the animations with Siri, Genmoji, ChatGPT 4.0 integration for OEM apps, and other intelligent features that we will get in beta later this fall, though it only supports iPhone 15 Pro and later. So, cause it's the first ever version of the iOS 18, it has got to have some bugs. There are some small stuff things that you can't do sometimes, like not being able to hear sound in a video in the Photos app. The user interface is smooth for the first beta, but sometimes scrolling through photos or wallpapers stutters a lot. Although I haven't encountered any serious bug, but my phone did restart on its own, and a bit later I saw a pop-up to report this issue. So yeah, these are the things that I have faced up until now. It could be different for you, it could be different for anybody, so you got to be aware of that. Well, should you install it or not on your primary devices? If you do have another iPhone supporting iOS 18, try it. And if you do want to install it, then make a backup first in case you need to restore later. So there it is, guys. This is the iOS 18 on my iPhone 15 Pro. Thanks for watching. Peace out.